Hi everybody, it's Robin from Talks from the Heart. Well, in this video, I'm going to set up my June 2023 and my Hobonichi weeks with my Sweet Kawaii Designs monthly kit. I will link the video below where she's showing the kit that if you ordered it now, you would receive that specific kit. This kit ships out 2 months in advance, and I really enjoy that because it's allowed me to just stay creative in this Hobonichi weeks that I use as kind of a word for the day memory keeper. It did, so I'm able to get ahead of it and then have it all prepped early, which I really, really love. So I've subscribed to this since the beginning of the year, or maybe last November, and have just super duper enjoyed it. It's a very comprehensive subscription that you can get. Look at all the pages that I'm showing you guys. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to do that on camera and then talk to you about something that I've kind of feel like I've grown in my journey with my planners and my journals. I do want to say too that I do show some of my pages. And like I said, this started out as kind of a gratitude word for the day and has turned into just a memory word for the day and whatever has happened in my life. So you can see here that I just do a word, and then at the end of the week I recap, and then the boxes on the right or wherever I decide to put them are kind of my overall mood for the day. I'm horrible at mood tracking because I feel like I'm Sybil. I have 8,000 moods a day. So I don't try to do that anymore. And then here in the back, I use the full sticker and the monthly sticker to just kind of recap the month. March was really dark for me, and it was weather related, and I'm fine now. But so I feel okay showing you guys that stuff. But it was really depressing, and we had a really bad spell of weather pretty much the entire month. All right, so a struggle that I've always had since I started my planner and journal journey has been, do my journals, do they have value after I'm dead and gone? I know this is a morbid subject, but you know, there are two things in life that we are guaranteed, right? And it's death and taxes. And so I definitely have experienced the taxes part this past tax season. And it really got me the last couple of months thinking about, okay, I've struggled with, do I keep them? Do I burn them? Those are basically my only two choices. I don't necessarily keep them like on display. I have boxes down in my basement where I have them safely stored. And I've asked my kids, you know, is this something that you're going to want once I go bye-bye? And my son's response was, no, why would I want those? And my daughter's response, and I fully expected that type of response from him. And my daughter was like, well, I don't know, Mom. I'm going to have a really hard time reading the journals because I'll be so sad. And I get it. And this wasn't a conversation that I had with them for attention. It was more just like, okay, do I clog up their lives after I'm gone where they have to burn these or discard them or what? And at the end of this video, or maybe where I feel I deem it appropriate, I will share with you a poem that came to me that I wrote. And so you can see here, I might bounce back and forth the screen to what I'm talking about. But I love the wacky holidays and the monthlies. So, you know, I guess I just kind of wanted to share with you guys my journey, my thought process with saving my journals and planners for future generations and what I've come to understand about this. Now, since I started hardcore journaling, and I've always had these big romantic ideas of my children sitting down together, huddled together, you know, reading my journals and going through my planners, oohing and eyeing over the wonderness of them all. And I don't know if any of you guys have thought of this in your personal life or struggled with the decision, do I save these half-assed planners that I tried that by mid-July, I'm like, oh no, I'm over it. And then come September, you come up with the new scheme. Some years I've started and I've repeat started certain things, like Hobonichi weeks for my kids, things like that. And it just never stuck. They never lasted for me. I didn't keep up with them. It was just a gimmick for me to buy more notebooks and covers. And I have a lot of those down in my basement, and I'm not quite sure what their future is. I think they might end up in the burn pile just because I have so many other journals that I want to save. I'm not out of space in my house, but at some point I do realize that I'm going to have to let these go. And I recently begun to realize that these planners and journals are only really for me. And that's okay. I am passionate about them. And I think this is a reflection of some of the self-esteem issues that I struggle with, like, am I worthy? Am I capable? Things like that, conversations I have with myself. And so when I realized that as my life only rolls around once, and I've made a commitment to myself to enjoy what I love to the fullest. So I have to embrace what I love for me in this moment of time and not worry about borrowing, obligations from the future. So this new acceptance and realization has caused me to see that my kids may not put the same value on these planners and journals that I leave behind. And yet I still cannot bring myself to discard them, even the unfinished ones. I think this is a really good place for me to put my poem into the video, and I called it Pen to Paper. Pen to paper for here and now. In the future, I'll be gone, so it will be your decision to keep it in your now. I saved it because for me, it was hard to throw, but it's okay if you decide to let it go. Maybe take a minute to enjoy what I created, to feel what I felt. Then at least we've shared my here and now together for one time. That may be all I need to know, that it was shared with you for all time. Love, Mom. So that's the poem that I wrote. And I don't know, it just came to me, and I think it was really poignant to what I was feeling at the moment, not worrying, but thinking about how my journals and stuff would be kept in the future. So my poems they mostly come to me when I'm journaling, and they're pretty much buried in my journals. And what I should do is I should tell my kids that the treasure map to the family fortune is buried in my journals, written in my journals. But I don't know, that's my sense of humor coming out. So my goal in sharing all of this with you is that if for any reason you're questioning all, and I mean ALL, all caps, the journals and planners you have and that you enjoy in your life at this moment, wondering what to do with them. Will they be valued or treasured in the future? Try to do what I am trying to do now, and that is enjoy them for you. You matter so much, and this isn't meant to be preachy, but this is a journey that I'm going through currently, is that I matter, and that what I love and appreciate matters, and I shouldn't devalue that or minimize that with reasoning it away. And so you matter so much, and so that gives your planners and journals value here and now, whether you have 10 or you only have 1. They all have value currently now. So maybe this has never been something you've ever thought about. But for me, teaching myself that I matter and the things that bring me joy matters has been a real struggle. And I feel like I'm coming out the other side of this. And let me add on to that the things that matter don't have to matter to the other people around you. They don't. It just has to matter to you. So it's okay if they aren't passionate, the people around you aren't passionate about planners and journals. And it's okay to treasure them and tuck them away. You will know when it's time, if it ever becomes that time where you need to discard them, however you choose to do that. For me, it's burn, because I have things written in my journal that if I'm still kicking and breathing on this earth, I do not want anybody to read them. And I live in a safe environment where I don't feel like anybody who comes into my house is going to pick up my journals and violate my privacy. So I also think that's a really big key when you're a big journaler. But I feel the same way about my planners, is that I have a lot and I enjoy all of them. And I do know that we all, as a planner community, we're always shifting our tastes, our needs, things we want a planner to accomplish for us. And so, you may be in 3 or 4 different types of planners in a 1-year time span. And I also say, that's okay too. I think we really, really overthink it. And especially if you are on social media and you're switching planners, I think people really kind of bring us to task for that. And I don't think that's a necessary thing that needs to happen. So, all right. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. I enjoyed sharing a little bit of my story. And these are the spreads that I did. I think. No. Oh my gosh. We still have a lot of video left. Wow. That never happens to me. This is a weekly spread. So with the kit, I always try to do the monthlies and then the recap in the notes pages. And then I always try to do a minimum of 1 week in the weeklies. And so what I'm doing here is I'm doing the week of the 19th through the 23rd. I don't know. I can't see because there's a little recording box on top of the screen. But I chose to highlight the first day of summer. And so I really, really like the countdown stickers. Those are super fun. And so that's what I did here, is I'm just decorating a week. And when I sit down to do this, it doesn't take me very long. And I love the kit because it helps me. I don't have to think too hard about being creative either. And so I'm going to do the week with the countdown stickers, and I really like that. So the kits, well, mostly the weekly layouts. Okay, I just looked up out the window as I'm recording this voiceover, and it's snowing, sleeting. Oh my goodness. You guys, the Midwest, it's crazy. It's crazy this year. It is literally a snowing downpour, and I will maybe get a video at the end if it's still snowing when I'm done doing the voiceover. Okay, I know that was a squirrel moment, you guys, but hanging out with me, that's what happens. So I love to decorate the weeks, and I don't necessarily use the Sweet Quiet design in all the weeks, but Hobonichi week stickers kits are super fun. They're simple, they're easy, and I love this planner. It's super compact. You can do very tight type of planning or memory keeping in this planner. So, all right, so I'm just going to put the bottom washi down. I don't believe that I'm going to narrate all the way through this weekly setup. I think what I'm going to do is let you guys enjoy me doing the stickers. And okay, it stopped snowing. It's kind of spitting little pretty snowflakes. Okay, that's weird. Oh, you guys, the weather. I'm a control freak. I'm going to tell you. And by that, I mean, I like to control my environment, all my food, everything like that. I'm not a control freak. I don't believe I am of other people. I'm really trying to let that go. But you guys, if I could control the weather, absolutely, I would do it. All right, so I'm going to let you guys enjoy me doing this weekly spread and come back with you guys in a moment to say my salutations. All right, here at the end, I decided to add some deco. Frank is my favorite. I have this beautiful coaster that a subscriber sent me that I'll show you here in a moment. And that is actually a tattoo I got on my left shoulder this past, last year actually. So he's my favorite. So that's it, you guys. I know it was a deep subject, but I wanted to share and also encourage people in case they were struggling with the same type of decision. So thanks so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and always enjoy today. Bye, everybody. And by the way, it is still snowing, and you know I never complain about rain. And do you know why? Because you don't have to shovel rain. All right, so hopefully it stops soon and it melts quickly. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Bye, everybody.